let's look at subtraction of two nonlinear expressions. So let's subtract this first expression from this second one. And so subtraction here, the order matters. So I don't know if you remember, but we did talk about something called the from rule in subtraction, and the from expression should always go first. So the way this is written is this minus this, and so one possible way to write this would be that second expression, the from expression, going first. So there it is, subtract this. Now, the way I've written this subtraction appears as if it only is applying to that 5x squared term. So we've got to be very careful. We're subtracting this entire thing from this. So how can we indicate subtraction of this entire expression here? And hopefully you're thinking parentheses, and you're absolutely right. So this is not correct. We need parentheses around this entire second expression. So it looks like this. Parentheses here, so I have in your notes, you need parentheses around this second dude. So that guy, so now this is being subtracted from this, and you don't need parentheses here, so just so you're aware. But now how do we tackle this subtraction of this entire term? Now this is something we've talked about previously in other previous sections or activities, but we can think of this as this subtraction applying to each of these pieces here in parentheses. So we're subtracting 5x squared. That could be our next step here. Let me just say it this way though first. This subtraction of an addition of 8x, it works as if that bypasses that addition and becomes the sign of that 8x out there. So you can think of that as plus a negative 8x, and the subtraction now distributing across these will bypass that subtraction, and we'll be subtracting a negative x. That guy, as it moves across, we'll think about it as having that being the sign of that. That's the effect of this subtraction. Okay, so it looks like this. Subtracting a 5x squared, and then the adding of the negative 8x, and then the subtraction here of the negative 2. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And so now here we just got to combine like terms. By the way, that's the negative and subtraction. Alright, so these x squared terms, how many do we get? How many x squareds are there? There's 8 minus 5 of them, or 3. How many x's are there? There's 10 plus a negative 8 of them, so that would be 2. And then what's our constant? Plus 1, and subtract a negative 2. So in your brain or in your mind you're doing that. You don't have to write this, but this is what you're doing. So you get 3x squared and plus a 2x, and then that guy right there actually comes out to a 3. Alright, so this is the, oops, sorry, there's my answer without that line through it. 3x squared plus 2x plus 3 is what we get there for the subtraction of this from that.